So what are you hearing about any teams that might make the Godfather offer to the Bears for the first overall pick? What do you have for me on that front so far?
There are certainly teams that are going to be interested in trading up, Rich. And I would say this is one of those rare years where I don't know how much the teams drafted at the top are going to want to move. That's how good this quarterback class is regarded, between Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. There's potentially a few others that could go, middle to bottom of the first round as well. One of them's here, Bo Nix, who I think our buddy Daniel Jeremiah has like 14th or so in his first mock draft. You look at the teams right now that don't have quarterbacks. The Raiders are one in the middle of the first round that absolutely you could see trying to make a big move up.
But well, they just got Kingsbury too, Tom, right? They just got the guy who's been in Caleb Williams' ear in quarterback room.
But think about this. Even if you're talking about the Commanders moving up one spot, how good this class is and how highly people have Caleb Williams rated, that could be multiple first-round picks to jump one spot. If you're talking about coming from the middle of the first, the Vikings, go down the list of teams that need a quarterback right now, to get all the way up into the top 1, 2, or 3 picks, it is going to be a massive offer. And this isn't the NBA. You can't go all Oklahoma City and trade your first-round pick in 2033. You can only go out 3 years. So you have limited number of resources. A team like the Commanders, if anybody's going to make that Godfather offer to go up, it might be them because they've got the extra 2 second-round picks from trading those edge rushers. They've certainly got some players on their roster that could move up as well. The Bears are going to be sitting there in a position where, you brought in a new offensive staff that certainly appears to be geared toward bringing in a Caleb Williams. Caleb has certainly, grown up in and would like to be in a system that resembles the type of offense that Shane Waldron runs. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the direction that they're going to go. But, you're 3 years into this thing with Justin Fields. You're now at the point where you either pay him or trade him. You could get significant trade value, I would think, right now out of Justin Fields. And if you're the Bears, you buy yourself time because now you're not suddenly going up into that stratosphere of paying your quarterback, maybe not top dollar, but top 10 type of money, and bring in a Caleb Williams then who can be the guy that galvanizes the entire program. These are decisions that are going to be made all the way up to the top of the organization with George McCaskey and Kevin Warren. We'll see exactly how this, the entirety of this plays out here. But, the Bears have a big decision to make. I would say their actions to this point indicate that they would like to draft a quarterback at number 1. Then you get into all the other situations of does Caleb Williams want to go to Chicago?
That's too bad. I'll be straight up. I know, you could sit here in this day and age that, pull I guess, a Manning family, but I don't know about that. I mean, you could become the toast of Chicago sports. Just ask, Michael Jordan what that feels like. And I know I'm throwing a huge name out there like that, but come on now. And my question, I guess, on the offshoot before I let you go is what is Justin Fields' market right now on the weekend before Super Sunday?
I mean, as of now, there's no movement that I know of in terms of a deal being in the works. Again, If you're bringing him on, you're talking about building an offense around his skill set and knowing that you're going to have to pay him sooner than later. He's got, year 4 this year. You have a decision to make immediately on the 5th-year option, which, you can certainly argue that both ways. There have been trades before, like when the Panthers traded for Sam Darnold, picked up the option. That didn't work out. There have been other times where teams decline the option, and all of a sudden they're in a bind because the player goes out and plays really well. They're complicated trades when you're talking about quarterbacks in particular, but there are so many teams right now that need one. You would certainly anticipate the Bears believe you can get something substantial for Justin Fields. Is that a first-round pick? Potentially. It all depends on what the vision is, what team makes sense for him, and where exactly, the Bears want to go.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.